to show you today called Terraformer Expedition to Mars. This is a very early access game currently available on Steam, and as early access, buyer beware, it does have a number of rather large issues. If nothing else, it's actually crashed every time I've played it. The developer is getting on board all of these things. It is a single developer, quite an ambitious project, but he is there making things right. So, options, in all honesty, a lot of this still looks kind of placeholdery, but again, really early access, and that's fine. You don't have 720p, but you do have 1080p, and pretty much everything else in between. Texture qualities from very low to very high. Again, not a bunch of fancied windowed or full screen. You can enable anti-aliasing, but you cannot set your level, i.e. 246816. And we have another area here where apparently mods can be added, deleted, or enabled and disabled. So, there you go. Beyond that, I'm thinking it's going to have a whole bunch more options before it releases. Like there's currently no audio control. So, your background music, your background sounds, etc., all exactly the same, and no way to adjust it. So, but that's fine. Like I said, this is very early access. It does have a tutorial. It's very basic, and in all honesty, doesn't tell you nearly enough to really play the game. The premise of the game is we've pretty much screwed the Earth, so we are up here on Mars trying to start a terraforming expedition. However, we have not started well, as rather than landing, we have crashed. So if we go to new game, you can choose small, medium, or large size world to play around in. It generates a different world every single time. Doesn't take long to generate worlds either. This is a voxel type, in other words, it has a deformable and destroyable terrains. There we go. So this is where we ended up this time. This is our crashed ship. This is the debris that has been spread about, which you can pick up and make use of, as I will do here with a couple of these, a couple of iron sheets. There we go. And this is our crashed ship. Right, your crash ship you can interact with. These are all the items that are on it. There are 3 crash sites on the planet. Alright, any of these particular crash sites will have a ship similar to this, with hopefully a bunch of gear involved. How do we find them? Well, we do have a PDA. PDA shows us player status. It shows us GPS, which is our map. I take it this is the crash site we're currently at, crash site 1. There's another one here, another one here. It also lists various terrain details, gives you some information. Right, there you go. As well, we have the settings are, well, we can slow our game speed considerably down to 8 hours per Martian day. Oh, we can 16. That's as far as we can go, to 8 hours, right down to I think like a half hour per Martian day. We can construction mode and show status mode. Okay, not something that I think is fully into it at the moment. We also have atmosphere. Now this is reading, of course, our suit atmosphere. It gives you your temperature, how much radiation is incoming, etc., etc. Right. If we look, like hover over something or click on an object so that we get our reading, you notice the atmosphere numbers changes. It's actually giving you a reading of what you're hovering over. And we have achievements, and we have crafting. Alright, now I picked up these particular items, so what I can craft at this point is a bucket, a dull shovel, and a hoe. Right? This is just showing the materials that I have. So, and we can turn our PDA off. This little warning is telling me that I'm getting rad sickness. Okay. We can open this up and we'll see that our radiation poisoning 106 down to 44. Take one more and it's gone. There we go, and that's gone. So there you are. You can look about with the right. We can zoom in and out right down to this into first person. We get quite the jump, of course, because we are ooh, there's something weird over here, because we are on a lighter gravity type planet, right? This is a survival based game, so you do require on coming up with oxygen and all of the other little things that you're going to need. Looks like my shadows are glitching out pretty bad here in that area, so not good. What we got there? Ooh, a big chunk of copper, right? So yeah, you craft tools, you dig, you build, you have to have yourself some sort of a shelter, because as long as you are out in the surface during daylight, you will end up with issues and radiation. Okay, the jumping's a little weird too. So there you go. But I wanted to give you guys a quick look at this game. It's really early alpha. As I say, there are lots of issues, there are crashes, there are glitches. It is being looked after. Something to keep your eyes on though. If you like the survival genre, this game shows a lot of promise. And with that, I'm going to leave you to it. We will take another look at this after a few patches, etc., and see how it's doing. Until then, though, hope you enjoyed our first look. This has been Species 7. Take care of each other, folks, and no one else will. And hey, ciao for now.